The 5.0. Looks like I'm gonna need a new transmission after all. Now, I got some clips in here I'm gonna show, but I'm gonna give you a little rundown before the clip. A couple years ago, I boosted my Mustang. I ended up getting rid of the stock clutch because it was already going out for RXT clutch. Last year, that transmission, the stock one, went bye-bye, right, on a 1-2 snatch. Fuck the internals up. So I ended up getting the McLeod RXT put in with a new transmission. Aamco did the work. Okay? At this time, I opted for the Barton short throw shifter, the Hybrid 3 version 2 with the 2 bushings that I found out recently. I'm going to show you guys evidence of that. And I wanted to install with the trans, being put in trans mounted. The guy told me at the shop he knew what he was doing and not to worry. Let's just say he was full of shit. My car at the time was drivable, but the shifter kept making a lot of noise. I thought maybe because the RXT wasn't sprung, it was unsprung, and then being trans-mounted, that was the case. But that wasn't the case. The guy had double mounted the shifter. He body mounted the shifter and didn't even have the nuts all the way up on the body mount itself. So it was clacking when I was driving. That would be that clacking sound you guys were hearing in some of my older videos that I got documented on the channel. So I ended up going on the car to figure out what was going on. That was going on. He also had my springs inside the shifter itself backwards. Back before I caught it, he had the bushings off on the shifter. There's a particular way you have to put the bushings inside of the shifter itself to ensure that you're going to get the 1-2 shift, right? Then he had trans mounted, but left the links out like for the body mount. So fast forward, I took the car back to Aamco. He disconnected the body mount. Me not knowing at the time that the linkage was still meant to be body mounted. He never put my trans mount bolts into the linkage, right? He left them out. Okay. And also, with that being said, the bushing was off. The cup that you put on the bottom of the shifter to put the bushings in, 2 bolts. Other far, I have no idea what happened to them. Okay. And I found all this out here just last week. Because I went the car after I had the new shifter put in, not the new shifter, the new clutch put in from spec. Because we thought the RXT was causing issues with me getting in second gear. Thought the clutch may have been bad, since the transmission went out with that clutch in it. We think it was bad. The guy that's working on my car now took the clutch out. I'm like, hey, your clutch looks fine. But I wanted a different clutch, a more smoother engaging clutch. So I went with the spec SS Super Trim with the dual flywheel, dual clutch setup, carbon Kevlar setup. So we put that in and we changed the transmission fluid to a Royal Purple, the Synchro Max. And off the rip, the transmission became very notchy. Now, the car is going back because the guy believes that it could be something going on with the pressure plates or the hydraulic slave cylinder that Ford gave me might not be doing its job properly as well. But back to Aamco. So I went into the car this past weekend and I got the footage. I'm showing you guys all that footage. And went under it as well yesterday. And I immediately had to put it back to body mount because the linkage bolts are out. I even had to email Barton shifters to get those bolts. Those bolts came in today. But with that being said, I took the trans mount sleeves off and just left the bracket on the bottom. I'm going to tell you why in a second. But I did all of that work, adjust the bushings to where it's neutral. The bolts came in today for the trans mount. Why do I need a new transmission, you say? First to second gear. Second is in limbo. I had to adjust the cup. The guy at Aamco never did adjust the cup. And since he had it double mounted and double shifted, I think the linkage inside the transmission, the gear selector rod side transmissions, is probably fucked up. Every other gear, it goes in just fine. First to second, it's a bitch. And when I come down to grab second, sometimes reverse shows on my gear selector. So I'm thinking the linkage to reverse lockout in that second gear in there is fucked up. And that's due to Aamco not knowing what the fuck they was doing. Okay, I left Aamco a message last week. They never called me back. And I'm making this video because I'm going to tag that shop in this video. Just let you motherfuckers know that once this new transmission get put in the motherfucking car by Ford, because it's warranty, Ford says it's covered no matter what, because I brought this one cash, so it's warranty. Okay? When they get done putting that in, I will be back to Aamco to get my money back. I'm just letting you guys know ahead of time. That's what's going to happen. Okay, I got it on camera. You saying that you didn't know what you was doing. You installed the shifter based on the way you thought it was supposed to go in. And all you had to do was tell me you didn't know. I would have told you to put the stock shifter in there. When I got it home, I would have put the Barton on myself. Barton has a video, an install. CJ Pony Parts have 2 install videos. It's not that hard to lower transmission, lay on your back, disconnect the shifter, put the Barton together, put it in the car, bolt everything back down, raise the trans back up, and do that. Take me about 3 to 4 hours to do it at a slow pace. I had to correct a lot of stuff. And now that it's body mined the right way, even though it will be going back transmine soon, once this transmission get put out. And Ford will want to put the Barton back in there because it's body mounted. So I'm going to let them know, just leave it the body mounted way. And then when you get it back home, I will put the bolts in the trans mounted, right? So I got the bolts. I will put them in myself to trans mount it. And since I'm missing 2 more springs to go inside the shifter, there's only 2. I don't know what happened to the other 2, so it would have been fucking 4. But since those springs are missing, I'm going to have Barton. Once I make sure that this trans is shifting properly and everything's working properly, if I want to be a little bit more notchy, to send the other 2 springs as well to go inside the cup. Because asshole didn't put the other springs back in there. I should have known that they was fucking stupid when they didn't figure out that the lock nut to put the top on, the knob on, you had to bag it back to make it tight. They put my stock knob back in there. The guy said, well, this one feels better. No, you didn't have enough common sense to know that you put the screw on, bag it back a few threads, put the fucking shifter ball on, and then as you reverse this off the nut, it tightens the shifter. Then you just tighten it with a fucking wrench and straighten the ball up. So anyway, here's all the clips and everything from what went on with the car, and then I give you my final assessment after clips. Here you go. So you guys won't believe what's going on. So Aamco in McDonough, Georgia put in my shifter here last year, and I've been having problems getting the second gear. Obviously, he didn't follow instructions. The guy even admitted he didn't know what he was doing. You see this bushing right here? It's not even seated right. This bushing is not even here. So it's not technically in neutral, and the throw is being too long. So I'm ended up having second gear hung out in limbo. Not only that, when I reach down underneath the cup, I'm finna go underneath the car and jack it up, there's no bolts down here. I feel the one in the back, and I don't think he put all my bolts back on the bottom. I feel one here. So it's gonna be hell to pay. It's gonna be hell to pay. I don't even feel one over here. So I'm missing like 3 bolts in my cup that go on top of the shifter. So yeah, it's gonna be hell to pay. So I'm finna get ready to go on the car and look at some things and fix this issue. I feel no bolt right here at all. There's no bolt there, no bolt there. And I'm going to show the evidence on the camera because this shit's crazy. All right, guys, check this shit. See right here? This is the bottom of the bottom of the shifter. It's not even a bolt there. The asshole didn't even put a bolt there. I see one in the back. Let me see. It's hard to do this. Okay, you see the one right there? I see one in the back.
That one right there. I see that one. Okay. Slide under. It's hard to see above the exhaust there. But I don't even see. Okay, I see one over here. He's stacking them. I see one on the opposite side. So that motherfucker, that's a bitch, boy. Yeah, he didn't even. Okay, that's all right. We're gonna get it right. All right, guys. I don't know if you guys can see, so I'm gonna try my best to show you guys something. I'm gonna need my Mustang right. Trying to fish the bushings to the shifter that I let Aamco put on last year. These are the only boats that was here. I had to go buy some more. I got them. I'm gonna show you guys. They're over here. I had to go buy some more boats because he didn't even put the boats in the car. The Aamco, I got another pack right here just in case. Let me show you guys. Boats here, right? Boats here. Just the same threads, just one's a little bit shorter than the others, right? Only two bolts that I got, and then the linkage cup is off right here, right? But that's not what I'm mad about. I wanted this car to be trans-mounted, so you see it's trans-mounted, right? At least he got that fucking part right. But the bolts to the linkage, the solid piece, I'm gonna show you. I don't know if you can see it. I ain't got no light, but god damn it. He didn't put the nuts. Let me get my other phone here. I'm turning the light on. He didn't even put the other bolts in the linkage. This asshole lied to me last year and told me he knew what he was doing. Then I go back in February because it was double mounted. I got that documented. It was double mounted. All right, guys. I just left Aamco a fucking message. So here are the bushings right here. So I slid them into place. That's pretty much neutral. Okay, then I'm gonna have to put the cup back on. Now, since the linkage isn't in there for it to be trans-mounted like it was supposed to, he left those bolts out. I told him trans-mounted, he left the bolts out. So what I'm gonna have to end up doing, I'm going to, because I left him a message to call me back on fucking Monday. I told him, you don't call me back and rectify this shit, I'm taking your ass to small claims court. So I'm going to take off the trans mount. Pretty much, it's two brackets on the side that's mounted to the bracket that's on the transmission. I'm just going to disconnect the two brackets from the transmission, and that should be it. I shouldn't have to lower it down or do anything else. I just got to take it off the sides here, right? And then there's another part at the bottom where it bolts up to the transmission. I'm just going to remove those two brackets there, and then I'm going to put the other bracket that's in my toolbox that goes to the body, so it can be body mounted, so that way this can move with the body. So that's what we're going to have to do, because the bracket's only three pieces. It's this piece here and this piece here, right, is what mounts it to the transmission. So when I take these arms off, it'll be mounted to the body, and that way it would move with the body and not stay tight with the trans. That's another reason why my car wasn't shifting properly. So it's going to be body mounted right now, which is what I didn't want. I wanted trans mounted, but that will explain why when I'll be going down hills and certain, inclines and declines, the car would shift and not be in limbo. But now that I'm rectifying this shit, hopefully that rectifies some shifting. So I'm going to put this back together and make sure that it's sitting flush, and then I'm going to disconnect these bolts 9/16 and go to the bottom. I think those are 13s on the side. Take those out, take those brackets off, and then leave the actual black bracket on, because I don't have the transmission bolts that came out, because guess what, the shop kept the shit. So I just want to show you what's going on. But Aamco, your ass don't know this. And McDonough, guys, off of Georgia 20, do not go there. Do not go there unless they're doing the transmission. But I wouldn't even trust them to put your fucking transmission in, because this guy obviously lied to me and claimed he knew what the fuck he was doing, and obviously he didn't know what the fuck he was doing, because I'm in my car again. And if you think I just didn't buy a clutch, guess what? I got that paperwork too. I can show you that shit too. So let me get back to work. All right, putting everything back together. I got it body mounted now, because the asshole that did it at Aamco once again, didn't give me all my supply hardware back. But he has my message now, so he knows what's jumping. So anyway, we're going to put this back together and we're going to take it from test drive. But you see I got everything where it needs to be. Your bushings are flush. So it's pretty much, it's in neutral. And we're going to be putting everything back together, taking it for a test drive. Body mounted now, so I'm going to, give you my honest opinion and tell you how I like it. All right, everyone. In the 5.0, just got done fixing everything that Aamco fucked up. And it's body mounted. I'm still breaking in the clutch. And now that the gears are actually right, and I do have the springs in there, so it's going to be a little bit more oomph to switch gears. Now that the spring and the bearings are and everything is right, the car is running pretty good. It requires a little bit more effort to shift, but it's running good. I got the springs there. I might take them out, get a stock feel, but for the most part, the car is shifting. Now, once again, I do have a new clutch in here. Matter of fact, I have 322 miles on it, but now that the gear, the shifter is body mounted, hardly no noise. I really did like the trans mount, and most likely, if Aamco return my call on Monday, they're going to reimburse me, and then I'm going to contact Barton and see can he send me those missing pieces. And then when I have time, I'll put it back trans mount. But right now, I'm in 5th gear, 55 miles an hour. Car feel good. Now, the clutch still has to be broken in. So a lot of that hard, stuff getting in the gear, a lot of that has to do with the actual clutch itself. But for the most part, I am impressed with it. I'm going to, it just goes in the gear. Just goes in the gear. Third. See, can we get in second finally? Oh, man. Right in the second. And like I say, now that's actually going to the right gears. Now I'm going to have to rework everything. But it's going to get some used to. Getting some used to because I haven't been shifting in second for so long. Like I say, it's been in limbo because of the bushings, the way the bushing was. Now I got them set right. Now I got to re-break in the clutch in that particular gear. First, second, first, second, first, second, first, second, first, second. So it's gonna take some getting used to. But man, I'm happy as hell that now the 5.0 is running correctly. And of course, I can find somebody driving fucking slower than molasses. Let's see. I have to slow down. But you get dumbasses, they want to drive so fucking goddamn slow. Because I want to be able to come from a complete stop and take off. So, like I said, I'm not going to take off fast because I'm still breaking in the clutch. So, I can't even fucking do what I really want to do. But once again, I have to learn everything. Like I said, now it's body mounted, so the shifter's moving with the body. So, but hardly no noise at all. And once again, I have the springs in there. And it does make it a little bit notchy. It requires a little bit more effort. So I might take them out. Yeah, I might, because it does require a little bit more of an effort to shift. And which isn't bad if you prefer that. But, no noise. I'm not hearing all that cons no more when I wind down. Second, first. Still getting used to this clutch. Sorry, guys. First. Uh-oh. It act like it didn't want to take for a second. So, might have to do some more adjusting with the cup. But it act like for a second it didn't want to take. It act like it. So, might have to do some more adjusting. Like I said, it could just be the clutch itself. But for a moment, it act like it didn't want to go in. And, with this particular shifter, with this particular transmission, with the reverse lockout being ready to pull up and over, the push down, it could be interfering with that because my cup is all the way over to the fucking right. It's literally all the way over to the right for my second. Maybe a little, nudging here, nudging there. might rectify that, but for the most part, it's all the way over to the left, well, right. Traffic, like I say, it's shifting. I had to jerk it in a little bit, so still having that issue. Still having that issue, but what I can say, I have no sound. No sound, so I had to jerk it in just a little bit. I couldn't really see. Oh, 6 gear like I didn't want to take. So that could just be the clutch, because now that I'm actually in the right gears, it could just be that clutch, the material of that clutch. But what I'm going to do, because this day is over with, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do some more testing. Tomorrow I'm going to readjust the cup here and there and see if that's, you know, the problem. If not, it could just be the clutch. I still got to break it in, so I got to shift a little bit sooner. Because like I said, the clutch only got 300 miles on it. And it's a Kevlar, you know, carbon composite clutch. So, you know, you got to wear material down, and sometimes the clutch won't disengage when you clutch in. So it's one of those things, you know, it's gonna take some time getting used to, but I'm loving this. No noise. Okay, now see, second gear wanted to hang up, so that might be the clutch or the flywheel. A little bit of noise right there. So now that I know I got everything in here correctly, that might just be the clutch flywheel not disengaging. I do have some World Purple fluid in here, but like I say, I'm going to do a little bit more vetting. What I might ultimately end up doing, I might go to the pull-up reverse style shifter and put that in here, since it's like OEM, and see how it performs. But I think a lot of my issue came from Aamco putting this in wrong from the get-go. So I might have some internal damage to my transmission. I hope I don't, but you know, I won't know until I try other things. So hope you guys enjoyed. My boy Savar Matner. I am everyone. Peace.
So you guys seen all that. The car, the shifter is quiet right now because it's body mounted, of course. And it's gonna probably be quiet because once I transmount it, it won't be clunking every motherfucking where. It might have a little bit more, little vibration, but nothing that fucking crazy. So the car gonna be going to Ford. I don't have a date in mind yet. Ford told me to call them next week, and then I drop it off. They're gonna test drive it to make sure it's the transmission and not the clutch. That's why the guy that put the clutch in wants it back so he can make the adjustments to make sure that everything's working right on the car. So what I might end up telling Ford is, until I make sure that we can roll out the clutch, I'll bring it. But Ford say I got a 2-year warranty. That transmission went in last year, February, so it's July 30th at the day of recording. So I still got a few months. So it's going to probably be going in before September. And then hopefully everything works out fine. I'm going to re-transmount every damn thing. And then I can finally start bringing you guys back some car content. I did take off the inlet tube to the blower and just put a cone right under the hood. You guys probably seen that in the thumbnail. Not too many changes in the temperature. I did remove the covers to the hood vents. I tore them off and just put the vent back on there, so heat is getting out as I drive, and as it's stationary, heat can get out of the engine bay. So, and since the blower is like right by one of those vents, as I'm driving, it's also sucking air back in. You're getting air from the grill, so it's getting air from all around. Even that spot where it was going down, where the horn is at, air is coming through there, so it's getting air, plenty of air to go into the engine from the supercharger. I believe it was restricted just by it being down in that small little area to where it was taking air in through the grill in that small little area. Yeah, it's outside air. It's only so much air can fill that chamber. Now it's air getting up from the outside, coming up from that chamber. I got the vents open, so it's air going out, but it also can suck some air in. It's air all around now. So it's getting plenty of air. And then from the grill, it's right by the grill in the front. So air is getting in there. So it's getting a lot of air. So I'm anxious to see what's going to do in the dyno real soon. But first, we got to get the clutch sorted out. We got to get the transmission probably replaced. And that's because of what Aamco did in McDonough off of Georgia 20. Yeah, you fucks. Because of the incompetence of the guy, I think his name was Keith, that did what he did. So I'm going to tag you, Aamco. Once my car gets done, I will be leaving a goddamn review at the bottom. Either you're going to pay up or I'm going to take your ass to court. Something's going to give because you lied to me. I got all the evidence on my phone, all the call logs still on my phone, as well as the receipts. And I know you got cameras there. And my car was there in February. I got the rental car receipts to corroborate that as well. Because why would I get a rental car in Georgia when I live in Georgia? What the fuck what sense did that fucking make? And I got the Rango that my wife drives. So why do I need a rental car? God, my car's in the shop. Where it wasn't in February, at Aamco. You got it back this year in February. After doing the transmission install last year. Yeah. You actually got, this year. You did the transmission install last year. So, I got all the evidence still. All of it. Still in my fucking phone. So, and video documentation. So, you're going to do something, motherfucker. Ignore me ain't going to happen. I'm going to come up to Aamco eventually. I'm going to come there eventually. Something's going to give. If you don't call back, you got my number. I left it in a voicemail. If you don't call back, tell me how we going to sell it is. I'll be coming there to tell you to your face. If you don't watch this video, what's going to come. And to anyone that wants a transmission put in, if it's just a transmission, I still wouldn't take my shit. They left bolts. I didn't even get my transmission bolts back where the mount went. They kept all that shit. How about all that transmission fluid oil? Y'all forgot? I brought like a case of that shit. I didn't get no spare bottles back. Kept all my shit. So I would avoid Aamco in McDonough at all costs. Off of Georgia 20, Georgia 81. Used to be by the old QT. You guys know what I'm talking about. Right there by old industrial. Right there. Right the road from the Sakura Hibachi place. Yeah, just avoid that fucking area. That's what the fuck I do. Right next door to the Chevron. Oh yeah. I think Pennsylvania Street, that street between. Yeah. You fucked up. Fucked up big time. Anytime I gotta lay on my back to fix a job that I paid you to do, when I could have just done it at the time. Oh yeah. You gonna pay, asshole. One way or another. I'm gonna see to it. So anyway, that's update on the 5-0. I'm getting over COVID. So tomorrow, I'm going to try to pump out my fitness videos that I recorded already. Just got to edit some stuff up. If not, it'll be on the channel on Friday. There is a chance I won't live stream this weekend. And that's because training camp's Friday at the Benz Friday evening. If I feel better, I'm going to go. Of course, I'm going to mask up so I won't spread my germs everywhere. If I feel better. I mean, if I'm still coughing. I'm not even coughing no more, so I think it was just a little touch of it. So, but since I'm going to be at the practice on Friday, okay, then there might not be a live stream this weekend. Cause I know Saturday I'm going to be busy Saturday with stuff around the house and getting the grass cut because rain's moving out. I got to cut grass, so it's a lot going on this weekend. So it may be back to one of those things where if I can't live stream this weekend, it'll be the middle of the week since my daughter's going to go back to school. My son's an ABA, which that is applied behavior analysis, not alternative behavior analysis. Don't know why I thought. Well, it is alternative behavior. They're trying to teach you different behaviors. So, for certain things, but I want to clarify that. I said on live stream, I think it was alternate, but it's applied behavior analysis. But anyway, So since I'm gonna have free time during the week, if I'm not training at the gym and shit like that, then I can give you a live stream middle of the week to to make up for the weekend live stream. So it's a lot going on with that, and just gonna keep you guys posted on that. But anyway, let me get off of here. I got things I gotta get ready to do. That's of the urgency, because time is ticking. Got to cook and do other shit like that. And it's been your boy Savar Matner. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm everyone. Peace.